What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Big time win for them boys. 110-93 to OG Anobi. Big game for him. 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals. And Mikal Bridges was big time. 28 big points from him and 7 assists. Josh Hart added on 14 points along with the bench unit coming up big, right? Precious Chua, 10 points. Landry Shamet, 11. Total team win. Knicks shutting down them boys in that second half defensively. Blazers only scoring 35 points in the second half due to the Knicks defense. Big time win. What's going on, with people? I appreciate you everybody coming through rocking with me. Big Taz, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys. Big time win. Listen, man. Is there anyone here that's ready for the playoffs? Like, because that's what it felt like the beginning of this ball game. Like, it felt like the team. You could see these guys are just not interested. Just the way they're starting off the games, you could just see that, okay, they just don't seem interested in playing. The Blazers pretty much had it rolling and just the Knicks couldn't stop them. They were down by 14, by 8. It just seemed like they were going through the motions. You have to admit, man, these guys, this is truly the dog days of summer, right? How many more games left? What is it, 8 more games? 8 more games left? These guys are checked out, man. And so that's what I think happened in the first half, right? And I think in the second half, that's where they started to pick it up. You start seeing the momentum. You start seeing them really like identifying and just really playing hard. And that's why they were able to shut them down in the second half, only allowing 35 points. Defense got activated in that second half, and they basically woke up. Big time win for the boys, 110-93. This Grover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys, 110-93. OG Anobi, 28 big points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals for OG. Defense wins championships, right? That's what the saying is, and the Knicks shut them down in that second half. Shut them down. And, for me, automatically, right? I mean, this is everybody, including, I feel the same way as everybody. You want them to look like this in the beginning of the game. You do. But like I said before, and I've stressed this, these guys are human, man. They probably are at the point where they know they can beat the Blazers. The Blazers aren't that good. They got a couple of good pieces over there, too. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But, and I just thought that they just kind of like just was sleepwalking in the beginning of the game, especially Big Cat, right? I'm going to talk about him in a minute, too. Tim, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big win for them boys, 110-93. Mikal Bridges, 28 points, 7 assists. And so it just felt like they're not getting up for these teams. And they got to figure it out because, listen, they got another tanking team in Philadelphia on Tuesday, right? So they're going to have to get up again, man. Like, pause. They got to be motivated, man, because I think right now with this win, I think we're 4 games up or either 4.5 up on Indiana. So I think we have the 3 seed. And it's looking like we're going to want to play in the Bucks, who LV said here that's who I wanted to play. So that's good to see, right? But you got to kind of keep the ship steady, man, because yeah, man, it's weird. This is a weird part of the season. You can lose these games, like we almost lost tonight. But it was good to see them boys locking in defensively. And, of course, the pairing of the wing stop, those 2 wings, 56 total points for them. They were big tonight. All right, let's go to the highlights, guys. This is tough because you're trying to find ways that, like, okay, they should be playing better. They should be doing this, right? You kind of find ways you want to try to, like, I didn't really have a problem with this game and how bad they looked in the first half. And the reason why I say that is because they're having a hard time getting up for these teams because I really, truly think they're thinking about the playoffs. I think it's hard to separate the two. They know the playoffs are right around the corner. I think these guys have had a long season. It's only 8 more games left. It just feels like that's what this team is looking forward to. Like it's really, really hard for them to get up for these games. And so I'm really not mad at the beginning of how they played. My mindset was just don't lose this game because we don't need to go down to the pace, as far as seeding goes, we don't need to lose like a game with the Pacers, right? So we want to keep that edge. So we get to the playoffs, we're pretty much that 3 seed, and we pretty much match up with the Bucks, right? That's my main motivation. So let's just get to the playoffs. Let's get to the playoffs healthy, unscathed, right? Like that's how I'm thinking about this stuff. So, but I understand also too, it's really hard, man. It's really hard, man. The season's over. Trust me, these guys are looking forward to the playoffs. They're not thinking about anything else. So now you got a young team out here that's kind of, they're not good, man. And so you have to figure it out. Meaning figure it out in the sense of what can I find to motivate me to get locked into the game? Now I know a lot of people say, LV, you should automatically be locked in. It's easier said than done, man. But to these guys right now, the season's over. The season's over with the Knicks. And it's time for the playoffs. But you have teams like this who, Chauncey Billups is trying to build some type of character there with these guys. And so to them, they feel like their season's not over. So you got to match their energy, man. And I think that in the first half, the Knicks did. The Knicks did match their energy. And I think that that's kind of like what led to, them getting down by 8 and then by 14. I just was like, all right, come on, guys. Mr. Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big win for the boys, 110-93. OG Anunoby, 28 points, 7 rebounds. To me, I thought what changed the game, honestly, was that second unit. I thought the energy of Precious Achiuwa, I thought the energy of Shamet, and the energy of Mitch is really what kind of helped catapult us. I thought Precious was solid tonight, man. He's starting to kind of look like the old Precious, but just being great around the rim, finishing, getting rebounds, and I thought he was solid tonight. Shamet is starting to find his shot, which is good because the playoffs are right around the corner, so we want to keep that going. So I thought when those guys came in, that really gave us a boost. And then what happened is then Mikal Bridges started taking over in that third quarter. That pretty much was it. And I think that's really what led the charge, and that's really what pretty much put this game in stranglehold. Right? Because we won that third quarter 29-20, and then that fourth quarter 31-15. And that was the ball game, honestly. But I think it was Mikal Bridges, that second unit. He started to really kind of like I said, put this game in a chokehold, man. And I thought that was big. That was big. All right, guys, let's take a look at the stats here. We shot 54% from the field. They shot 44%. We shot 10 for 25 from 3, and they shot 9 for 36 from 3. We shot 10 for 13 for free throws. They were 8 for 14. Look at the bench points, guys. 23-4, which is great for us because we know we have issues with our bench. So that was good to see, right? 18 points off of turnovers for us, 15 for them, and 26 points in the paint to their 16, right? So once again, I thought the Knicks got after it defensively, and that's what led to, of course, the points in the paint, and of course, the points off of turnovers. Great win tonight, man. Great win tonight. Nasty win. Disgusting win, but we'll take it. Tim, what's going on, man? This is LV. What I told you about Cole, man. The last time added me on the panel. He just needs some playing time in at least 10 minutes and looks like he's balling. Agreed, Tim. Agreed. You mentioned that, and I totally agree with you with that. He's coming around, man. He's coming around. I think he's only got 1 turnover, man. And he's got almost 30 assists. How many assists he had tonight? Let me take a look at the stats really quick. Kolek had he had 3 assists and 1 turnover. So I think all in all, I think he's close to 30 assists and 2 turnovers. His turnover to assist ratio is insane. So that was big. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Big win for them boys, 110-93. Mikal Bridges, 28.7 assists. Hey, guys, man, what do you guys think about OG Anunoby, man? This is a perfect time for OG to be coming to his own. See, once again, like I stated before, right? I'm gonna say it again. I said it. Losing Brunson was like the gift and the curse, right? Because now it forced other guys who was not really able to really expand themselves offensively because he's got the ball in his hands so much. Brunson's so ball dominant. Brunson's like a smaller version of Luka. They're like the same guard. They're like the same player. And so when you have a guy like that, then other guys can't really get busy the way they want to. So that's why I always stress that, Mikal Bridges needs to run with that second unit. But now what you're seeing is the ascension of OG Anunoby offensively. Like you see, like he's starting to identify, like, yo, man, these dudes can't check me, man. I'm bigger and stronger than all these dudes. Like they can't hold me, man. And you see he's going to the rack strong. He's going to that Baja. Dudes are bouncing off him. He's finishing strong. I don't know. Every game he's got like 3-4 dunks. He's really taking his game to the next level. So once again, this is the gift and the curse of Jalen Brunson being gone. The gift of seeing OG Anunoby offensively ascend. And he looks fabulous. He looks really, really good. And I think this is perfect timing, man, because the playoffs are right around the corner, and he's kind of going up, man. And that's beautiful to see, and that's what we want to see from him, man. So real quick, let's hear from OG Anunoby, man. Let's hear from him tonight.
Defense was the story in the second half of this game. What was the adjustment that you guys had to make in the second half to shut them down?
Just being more aggressive, trying to rush them, trying to make them take tougher shots, and then getting out in transition and running.
That was a big difference of transition points as well off those turnovers. For you, this is literally the best stretch you've ever played offensively in your career. 6 straight games now, you have scored over 20 points per game. You told us the other night you were trying to do things more aggressively. What else can you talk about with your offense and why it has been so effectively?
Just being aggressive, trusting my work, and then my teammates trusting me, finding me when I'm open, and then me just shooting with confidence.
And also this offense and what it's been able to do. Obviously no Jalen Brunson here for 12 games, and yet the offense has a different flow to it. What have you found with this offense with you and Mikal Bridges doing a lot more?
We're just figuring out as we go. Each game we're just trying to be aggressive and make plays.
All right, and how about a little shout out to Walt Clyde Frazier? Do you have a birthday wish for him?
Happy birthday, Clyde.
All right, thanks very much. Again, defense.
OG Anunoby, man, big time game for him again. 28.7 rebounds. Listen, man, he's been getting busy, man. He's been getting busy, and I think the most important thing with him is that he's dominating. He's a big wing. He's about 6'8", 250 pounds. He's almost the same size as LeBron. And so what he's doing is he's bullying dudes. Nobody wants it when he's taking it to the bar. Pause, major pause on that. But he's attacking the rack, man. And when you're attacking the rack like that, most dudes don't want to deal with that. They don't. And so, a lot of these guys are finesse dudes. You know what I'm saying? So when he's going to the hole like that, pause, and he's finishing strong, they don't want to make contact with him. They just don't. And so they kind of run away from that. There was one play, I forget the kid's thing, man. The kid that was, like 30-some points today. Adavaje, whatever. 80, you know what I'm talking about. Adavaje. I'm butchering this guy's name. But anyway, but OG got the steal, and he went to try to cut OG off. And OG gave him a little bump, man. He fell back and was like, all right, man, forget it, man. Let him have the dunk. No one wants to deal with that type of contact. They don't. This is beautiful going towards the playoffs because we already know that's exactly what's going to happen. Lionel Monis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, 110-93. OG Anunoby, 28 big points, 7 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 28.7 assists. Wingstop total, 56 points for them. Big time game. And so this is like a perfect time, man. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 110-93. Josh Hart, 14 big points for him. And so it's just great to see, man. It's just great to see, and it's great to see like how his game is taken to the next level, guys. I mean, he had 28 points the other game too. Last game he had 28 points. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 110-93. OG Anunoby, 28.7 rebounds. So if I'm correct, I think the stats were, I just want to make sure I got this correct, guys. I think OG Anunoby's averaging, like, last 5 games, I think he's averaging over 25, man. It's something crazy. This is all since Brunson's been gone, man. Yeah, man, listen, last 5 games. The last 5 games, OG Anunoby's averaging 28.4 points a game, man. He's averaging 28 last 5 games. I mean, talking about perfect timing for him. Perfect timing for him. So it's just great to see, man. It's just great to see. It really is. And it's just good, man. It's just good, man. It's just good. It's just good. Perfect timing, man. Perfect timing for him. What do you guys think about Mikal Bridges, man? Mikal Bridges is another one. Another one, man. He's also playing really well, man, with Brunson being out. I love the way he started taking over today when he realized the offense was kind of getting, like, stuck in the mud, right? Last 5 games for him, he's averaging 21.4 points a game. So both of these wings, these guys are stepping up, man. With Brunson being down, they're coming up at key moments, which I think is fabulous, man. Fabulous. And you got to love it because, once again, these are the guys you're going to need. And the one thing about Bridges that I love is that mid-range is money, and that's the playoff shot. That's the playoff shot. As you guys know, I've talked about it before. When the playoffs happen, the court shrinks. Everybody knows what everybody is running offensively. You know what people are running defensively. So now it's make a bucket. That's it. Get a bucket, man. Get a bucket. Can you do that? Refs aren't calling no bailouts. Get a bucket. And that's where you really see who's got a bag offensively. Who's got to move their go-to move, their first go-to move? Who's got a second go-to move? Who's got a third one, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth? Who's got a bag like that? We know Brunson's got the bag. He's proven it. So when a defense does this, you can do that. I can adjust. It doesn't matter what you do, what you put out there. I'm going to get mines. That's what the playoffs are. And to me, what I'm seeing from Bridges with that mid-range, that's the money shot for the playoffs. That's the money shot. He can run on 3-4 of them things and put pressure on the defense. And then they close down on him. Then that leaves OG Anunoby cutting to the basket, leaves Big Cat out there knocking down a 3. And, of course, Brunson's back. You got to watch out for him. So, once again, this is perfect timing, man. OG Anunoby averaging 28 last 5 games. Mikal Bridges averaging 21. Everything's coming together at a perfect time. A perfect time. And so you got to love it, man. You got to love what they're doing and what everybody is doing. You know, the camaraderie that they're building. Most importantly, too, man, the confidence they're building. And that's what really makes me, like, really, really motivated about everything that's going on. Tim says, man, this team is learning how to play with each other. And what a perfect time for them to start clicking going into the playoffs. Well said, sir. Well said. I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree with you. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's a perfect time, man. Perfect time. Perfect time for them to be doing this around this time. Mr. Blank says this was a hard-fought game. It looks like they were uninterested in some of these final games, but they finished off strong. The New York Knicks show grit and are ready for the playoffs. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Lionel Monis said OG's balling at the right time. If we get the same from him in the playoffs, Knicks would be a real danger. We just need a little bit more physicality. Well, it's not even a matter of Lionel Monis. It's not even a matter of needing it. They're not going to have a choice. They're not going to have a choice because the playoffs are going to push them to be that way. They're going to push them to be that way. It's not going to be a situation to where it's like, oh, let's try to figure it out. It's not going to be that at all. This is what it is. You know, sidebar, the one person I'm a little nervous, not really nervous about, but I know the playoffs are going to change with him is a person like SGA. Because you see how he gets all them calls during the season, right? Everyone complains about the calls he gets. He's not going to be getting that in the playoffs. It's going to be a rude awakening for him. It's going to be a rude awakening because all them calls he was getting during the regular season, he's not going to get. You got to play through that, man. And that's one thing I want Cat to get better with. I'm going to talk about him in a second. This Grover says, too bad we won't see Tyler Creator until November after tonight. Yeah, man, that stinks, man. That's a Tibbs thing. We've talked about that in nauseum, right, with Tibbs. But yeah, he should have definitely been getting more time. Eddie Kofi says, why is OG thriving with Brunson not on the floor? Eddie Kofi, yeah, that's happening because the floor is opening up. It's the same thing I said about Bridges, right? Brunson shrinks the floor. And he shrinks the floor because it's not like he just goes in the corner and scores, right? He operates from all over the court. So what happens is when guys like OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, they need the ball in their hand to operate and get busy, they're not going to be allowed to do that with Brunson because Brunson is ball dominant. Like I said, he's just like Luka. So Brunson can score from everywhere. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know if he's going to pull for three, if he's going to break a dude down, go in the lane, because that's where he gets busy at in the lane too, right? Those 15-footers, everything. He floaters, he does it all. So with that being said, he's got the whole court to operate. That's just what it is with him. So now there's only but so many spots Bridges and OG can get their shot, right? Because of him. Now, yes, like it's bad in a sense, but then it's not, right? Because you understand this is what happens when you have 1A guys, and Brunson is a 1A guy. So that's why I stress that if they're able to get up shots and get busy, it's going to be important for them to play with that second unit because then they can be the guy. They can be the focal point, right? So that's why I say, but that's the reason why he can't really do what he's doing now with Brunson out there. Look at this row because Brunson eats up most of the shot attempts. Agreed. That's right. Eddie Kofi says the team's blowing leads is because of a great concern. Unacceptable when on a 23 run. Yeah, you know what, Eddie Kofi, man, that's I get the concern, but then I'm not really concerned, really, man, because they're really having a hard time getting up for these teams. I really think they're checked out. If you want LV's honest opinion, I think this team is checked out. I think they're ready for the playoffs. I think they're kind of like just biding their time until they can get to the playoffs and really get busy and do what they need to do. I don't think they're in a situation to where they're motivated for the next game. They're not, man. I think they're finished. They're finished. They're like, if you take a look at a gas tank, man, they're probably on E. They're probably on fumes, and they're just trying to get to the next game, get over with the next game, and get ready for the playoffs. I think that's their mindset. It's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It's bad. But I think that's where it is, man. But I don't think it's just them, Eddie Kofi. I think it's everybody else in the league, man. All the teams that are in the playoffs, they're ready for the season to be over, man, and start getting their mind ready for the playoffs. This Grover says OG won and Anunoby really went off after watching. He's a wild boy, man. Eddie Kofi says, why do we struggle against teams with losing records? I don't want to say that because we got one of the best records against losing teams in this league. That's the issue with us, right? I forget who put it up there. I don't know who put it. I think it was Jeremy that put it up here. If he's in here, big shouts to him. Like our record against under 500 teams is really good. Middle of the pack teams, we're like even. The top tier teams we've struggled against. I mean, we've beaten Memphis, we've swept them, we've swept Denver, right? So those are the really like playoff teams in the West that we've kind of really handled, right? Those are the upper echelon teams. We handled Denver easily, and we handled Memphis too. So those are the two teams, but all the other top dogs, of course, Cleveland, Boston, OKC, we've struggled with, right? But these lower teams, man, we've done well against. We've done well against. So we just gotta find the energy, man, to be motivated to get through these next 8 games. Right now, we're 47 and 27. I believe that's the record. Let me make sure I got that right. I don't want to misspeak. Yes, we're 47 and 27. Right? So what's the number? What is that? 74, right? If I'm correct? I'm doing my math right? So 74 games, right? So 8 more, man. 8 more to go. 8 more to go. And let's kind of get this season over with, man. Because I'm ready. I feel like them. I'm so ready for the playoffs. And so I can see probably how hard it is for them to get up for these games, man. Like it's just difficult, man. Tim says Bridges and OG, aka Hot Wings, I like that, are ball the look real confident. Look real confident right now. They might be a problem for teams we play in the playoffs. Agreed. That's why, Tim, I said, with Brunson going down, it's the gift and the curse, right? Because now these guys, you don't want to turn them off. You want them to continue to be who they are, right? But then you add on Brunson, now everything changes. But that's the key, Tim, for that second unit. That's where you got to allow these guys to cook. What they've developed while Brunson was gone has been great cohesion. So you can put them out there or maybe take one off, keep Bridges on or OG and Obi going. I really like Bridges more so because, that mid-range is money. But if OG is cooking, you got to keep him out there. And you have them out there with Mitch, getting those second shots, blocking shots and stuff like that. I love that. So, because that's the key for that second unit. Because Brunson, the reality is this, with Brunson coming back, we don't want Brunson to not be Brunson. We're going to need him to be Brunson in the playoffs. So those guys are just going to have to transition what they've been doing while he's been gone with that second unit. That's how it's got to look. But that comes down to coaching too. That comes down to Tibbs. He's got to be able to identify and make that change in order to kind of recognize that, because you don't want to turn these guys off. You want their ascension to continue because they're hitting their stride at a perfect time offensively before the playoffs, especially OG Adobe. He's on a different level right now. I would not be surprised if he got like Eastern Conference Player of the Week or something like that. The big question will be, I guess, is whether or not Papara the rapper will adjust his plays to give OG and Cal more looks. He's going to have to. He's going to have to, this Grover. Because that's the only way they're going to be Boston. That's the only way they're going to be Boston. Also, too, we can't forget about Deuce, right? He's been gone for a couple of games. We can't forget about him. So, because we're going to need that offensive punch with that jumper that he has and those guys doing what they do and Mitch being who he is in order for us to really kind of keep the offense flowing while Brunson's on the bench. But he's going to have to. Oh, man, RV, you never played that game on PS5 back in the day? Nah, man, I never played that game. When did that come out? I mean, I had PS1. I had in school. I had the PlayStation, of course, and I had the Xbox. I had both of them joints in school. My parents got it for me, man. They looked out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had both of them joints. Of course, everyone had the PlayStation. 96. What game is that, man? So you got me looking at video games now, man. Papa. Give me guys 1 second, right? It's video game time because of this Rover. Oh yeah, I remember that game. I didn't play that though, man. I was too busy playing like what was we playing in school? What was the ill game in school when I was there? Nintendo 64, the James Bond game. Remember the James Bond game? Yo, that was the wave, man. We used to be doing that in between classes and in between practice. We used to be playing that and Mario Kart. We used to be doing that. We putting up little wages and stuff like that. This Rover was a golden eye. That was the move. This Rover, that was So we used to have the 4 controllers. We used to be searching around looking for everybody who can get the kills and stuff like that. That was ill. The Golden Eye. Yo, that was the game on campus. We was playing that. We would come from our classes, go back to the dorm room, play that, go to practice. We come back from the games. That joint was heavy. Tim says, now the pressure is really going to be on Tibbs, right? I tell you this, we get bumped in the first round, he's out of here. Yo, you know what, Tim? I agree, but I don't think we get bumped in the first round now. I think we're going to want to play the Bucks, and the Bucks are reeling right now. I think Dame is going to be out for the season. I doubt he comes back. I doubt they risk with that blood clot and stuff like that. I doubt they risk that. I doubt they even play around with that. Earl Gavis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Big win for them boys, 110-93. So I think we're good, Tim. I think we dodged the bullet with the Bucks getting the 6th seed. But it makes sense, though, man, because Detroit is balling right now. I mean, they're balling. Eddie Kofi says, no need to play JB against Cleveland and Boston. We must not let him go out and prove a point and get injured. Agreed, but he wants to come back. He wants to come back. Hold up. With that being said, Eddie Kofi, thank you for the alley, man. Give me the alley on that, man. Caught the oop. All right, let's go to Brunson, man. Brunson was talking about it during the game.
Yes.
Sorry.
And I know I can play through it.
Let's bring it back to the beginning.
That's just my goal for next upcoming days. When I know where it's something, where it's minor, and I know I can play through it, there's something like this, and I want to make sure we're on the same page, and now we've been on the same page for the past couple of weeks, and so we're going to continue to progress that way. I think the worst part is knowing that I'm getting better and better, but I'm still not where I want to be. That's the most frustrating part about it all. But like I said, it's day to day, it's getting better and better, and so I hope it keeps continuing to progress that way.
Now, one thing I left out, I didn't get it, man. I was meaning to, but he said that he's close, and he really wants to get back and get some games in before the playoffs. So it's like what I told you guys last week, right? It's like what I told you guys. Wait, was it last week? What's today? Sunday, right? We skipped the days roll. It was this week. I think he's going to come back soon. I think he's going to come back probably next couple of games. I think he's going to be back. Now, he's not going to say, but I think he's going to be back. I think he's going to be back. I think he wants to play. I think he's going to be ready to go, man. You see him on the sideline. You see him on the bench tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's ready, man. They just doing a little, the things to make sure he's okay, right? The little test here and there. But I think he's ready to go. I think he's chomping at the bit. Now he's doing this for just kind of just to kind of let us know that just he's going through the steps. But I think he's ready, man. I think he's ready. Big Task says Detroit has nothing to lose and everything to gain. Yeah, they're dangerous, man. They're dangerous, but based on how everything is going, because I think if I'm correct, let me look at the score. I think Milwaukee lost tonight, man. They lost tonight. Milwaukee lost, and Detroit is losing. So Milwaukee lost now. Milwaukee's losing. I think they lost tonight. So we'll see, man. Simpsons Ellie, I'm just saying that why I said if Tibbs owe it to us as fans and the team to get us to the East. No, listen, it ain't Tim, man. He ain't just owe it to the fan. He owe it to himself, man, to get us to because what's the furthest he went with that Chicago team? What's the furthest? What was the Eastern Conference Finals with Derrick Rose in them? Or was it the second round? Because he didn't get to the finals with them cats. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Listen, man, it's really on him. It's really on him, Tim. He's got to make those adjustments. He's got to make those adjustments. If he can't make those adjustments, you know what I mean? It's going to be hard for him to I don't know what's the but what's going to be if we get smoked in both rounds, meaning that if we barely beat a team and if we're in a situation to where we get blown out in the second round, yeah, it's going to take a lot of convincing to keep him. But I think he will get another year. But I don't know. We got to see. Yo, you guys see you guys see the Timberwolves and what's the name fight? Yo, Dante out there. Yo, Dante not playing no games. Yo, Dante not playing no games, man. I'm bringing it up for you guys here, man. See Dante out there, man? Dante out there. Yo, he ain't. Hold up. I'm gonna bring this up for you guys really quick, man. Bring this up for you guys real quick. Dante out there. Listen. We gotta get him back to New York, man. We gotta get Dante back to New York. We gotta get him back, man. Listen, let me tell you something right now, man. He's that fire that we're missing. He just is. And I think that that's what's happened. That's what's been missing. Everything else I think is good. Everything I think with this team is good. But it's that's where I miss Randall. Because Randall had that edge. He kind of was like, he would kind of tweak out. You'd be like, yo, Randall, man, what's wrong with this guy? But that's the edge sometimes you needed in certain aspects of the game. And I think with him, Dante. Hold up, man. Hold on. I'm trying to get a good one so we can really see it here. Trying to get a good one. I'm sorry, LV's pausing, man. I apologize. I'm trying to get a good one so we can really see how it was shaking out. Because they was getting on the shaking, man. Naz Reid, too. Naz Reid from Jersey. These dudes were scrapping, man. All right, okay. All right, LV got it. Okay, LV got it. I'm sorry. Pausing and stuff like that. Trying to get things together. Technical difficulties. Hold up. I'm bringing it up for you guys, man. Hold up. Let me get this. I said it right. Gotta get it right for my crew, man. Can't be giving y'all nothing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me see here. Dante and Naz Reid, man. But it makes sense with Naz, though, man, because Naz is from the city. Okay, so I make sure I got it bigger at the right size and stuff like that. Okay, that's a good size. All right. Okay. See what's going on here, man.
Holland was a really good high school player. Good fake.
Good Dante shovel. Yo, it's like WWE up in there, man. And Dante in the middle of all of it. Good Dante in the middle of the fire. Dante in the middle of it. Look. Dante in the middle. Yo, Stewart always, you get someone got, he's always in something, man. Dante. Naz Reid. Dante. Yo, listen, now, you see Dante walking off, right? Yo, where Randall at, man? Everybody love Randall. Where your boy Randall at? Supposed to be looking out for Dante. Where Randall at? Come on, man. Dante. Him and Naz Reid up in there, man. They get up in there getting busy, man. Yo, man, yo, listen, yo, it got critical in there. Yo, it got critical up in there, man. I didn't know it was like that. It's another better version of it. Yo, look at Isaiah Stewart, man. Yo, you see Isaiah Stewart, he pushing dudes while they down. You see, he's soft, man. Look at Naz Reid, because he saw him try to. He gonna hit somebody while they down. He's soft, man. Boy, you not like. Yo, Isaiah Stewart, yo, he always in the middle of something, man. Boy. Now look, they trying to get them up. Look what he's doing to Naz Reid. Look what he's doing to Naz Reid. They trying to get Naz Reid up. He pushing him down further. He a sucker for that, man.
35 is out.
Dante always in the mix. Got critical up in there, man. Got critical up in there. Yo, it got critical up in there, man. You see Isaiah Stewart, man, he dirty, man. He a dirty player, man. You saw what he was doing to Naz Reid? Why he pushing him while he down like that? That's terrible, man. Terrible. Yo, where's Randall at, man? Everybody love Randall. Where's Randall at? Missing in action. This rope says Randall gets too much into his feelings, though. Dante is straight. Air Force, Black Air Force One energy. Yo, word up, man. All the time. All the time. All the time. Eddie Kofi says, we will never win a championship with Tibbs as a coach. Yeah, man. It's kind of. Yeah, man. And I'm not trying to kill Tibbs. I just think that he's kind of he might have reached his ceiling. You know what I'm saying? With certain things that he does. You know what I'm saying? So we got to kind of see, man. But I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens with the whole Tibbs thing. But the playoffs are going to be really really big. It's going to be a really, really big part of what happens. In all honesty, like, with Tibbs, like the playoffs are going to be big. Because the thing is that, as you know, you can get us there. You can get us to the playoffs, but are you going to be able to get us over the hump? Are you going to be able to get us over the hump to where we're able to, ascend to that next position, which is being one of the best teams in the league and of course being a championship contender and winning the championship, right? Is Tibbs going to be able to do that? So that's going to be big, man. That's going to be big to see. You see exactly what happens and how things look with that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see, man. We got to see. All right, guys, listen, that's my show, all right? Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Listen, I will be back Tuesday to discuss the 76ers game, so hopefully we can pull that out. We can kind of keep things rolling, get Brunson back in order. We can keep this thing prepped and ready and sharp to where we can keep that number 3 seed and be able to be ready for the playoffs. And Brunson can kind of slowly come back, and he can pretty much have a couple of games underneath his belt to get them ready for the playoffs. All right, blessed people. That's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Right. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you're watching this on replay game, subscribe. And also, too, leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people. That's my show. Big time win for them boys, 110-93. I will be back Tuesday, so please come through and check it out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show. That's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.